Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm Irene Rodriguez. I graduated high school in 2011 out of LHS. I'm Puerto Rican. Um, I go to school. I have a job. I don't know.
What achievements have you made in your life so far that you would consider successful?
Well, I was in band all 4 years. I played bass clarinet. I was in marching and concert, and we won a couple awards. And I won solo and ensemble stuff. Um, I after graduating, I took a couple of years in college band, and even now I'm not taking any band courses, but I still practice a little bit.
If you could go back in time, is there a specific event you'd like to re-experience?
Yeah, that time I went to Oklahoma with you, we had like a bunch of fun. We went canoeing. We had tons of food, a lot of beef jerky. We ate like pounds of it. Um, just good experience. I'd like to go back to.
Me too. What are some of your strengths?
I think one of my strengths are taking things and going with them. Like I'm able to like see a bad situation from an aerial point of view, I guess, and maneuver around him and make it like something I can learn from. Another thing is like I don't hold people's prejudices against them. Like if someone has a rumor about them or something, I don't put it into consideration when I'm trying to talk to them. Like I'll absorb what they're talking about and just go from there.
What are some of your weaknesses?
um, I think I get stressed out a lot, like very easily, and it kind of hinders a lot of situations. But I try to find ways to not get stressed out. But of course, it happens anyway.
So, what are some of your plans for the future?
Well, I plan on finishing out college and getting a proper career, a good job, and being content with my life in any way possible.
Sounds good. Thanks for doing this interview with me.
No problem.
Do you have someone in your life that you consider to be a big influence or specifically a hero to you? A hero can be someone who you love or admire, but in the end, they have created a big impact in your life. I truly admire my best friend Irene Rodriguez because she has very many talents. She's absolutely a positive person, and she is my hero. One of the reasons I admire Irene is for the skills she possesses. For one, she's very talented in the art field. She's capable of drawing a wide variety of different subjects. This means she can draw people, animals, background scenes, mutilated figures, food, and much more. She has been drawing ever since she could pick up a pencil. And even if she hasn't drawn in months, she can still create something that is mind-blowing. As well as drawing, she has a way with words in her writing. She likes to write non-fiction stories and poems. She's secretive about her work, but when she finally shows you a piece of hers, you know it means a lot to her, and every time you'll be blown away. Besides being completely talented in her artistic skills, she's very good with customer service. Not only does this reflect in her job, but in her everyday life. Whenever she's talking with her customers, she's able to hold a conversation the whole way through until the customer has been rung up. She greets everyone in a friendly way and is always interested in what they have to say. Some customers who are regulars will discuss what they've been up to all week and mention more personal things about themselves because they know she's completely interested and happy to talk to them. All of the time, she'll meet new people. This can be at work, school, when she's shopping, or when her brother brings her home new friends. She's always happy to greet them and ask them how their day has been and make them feel welcomed. In high school, almost everyone knew her because she always went up to people she didn't know just to say hi. Irene has always been someone I hang out with because she creates such a positive atmosphere to be in. Before I started hanging out with Irene, I was only friends with people that were always negative, causing me to be negative most of the time. This interfered with how I treated my friends, family, people I interacted with from day to day, and Irene has always been someone I hang out with because she creates such a positive atmosphere to be in. Before I started hanging out with Irene, I was only friends with people who were always negative, causing me to be negative most of the time. This interfered with how I treated my friends, family, people I interacted with from day to day, and how I viewed things around me. But ever since we've been friends, I've surrounded myself with many people who are similar to her in the positive sense, and it's made me change for the better. A lot of the time, her mom will get upset because of little things that happen to her every now and then. Irene's brother always blocked out his mom when she was upset, but Irene would come to her with open arms, making her mom realize she needed to stay positive in her stressful situations. Whenever her mom needs her now, Irene will come visit her and do whatever she can to make her mother feel better. Irene is my hero because she's always prepared for the inevitable and takes it in with open arms. About 4 months ago, she was living in a hotel complex for a good while, and one night the room flooded. She lost a lot of her stuff and was kicked out of the hotel because the management blamed it on her. She had to move back into her parents' apartment for a little while until she could find somewhere else to live. Although the situation really hurt her financially, she looked at it as a learning experience. She believed it was a sign that she needed to get out of there as soon as possible anyway, because the hotel complex was in a bad location and many criminals lived there due to being unable to get an actual apartment for having a record. When Irene was a child, her family didn't make very much money, causing them to live in dangerous locations. At one point, her family even became homeless. Irene admits it was hard constantly seeing her family struggle with financial problems, but if they hadn't, she feels she would be completely different from how she is today. She says being deprived of the privileges many American families have, she was able to learn to be very thankful for everything she was given and to cope with stressful situations. She believes everyone shouldn't live to be obsessed with materialistic goods, but to be obsessed with the greatness of being surrounded by family and friends and the beauty of nature. Irene Rodriguez has always been an influential person in my life ever since I met her. She's very talented, positive, and is great at making a bad situation into a good one. I believe Irene and me will always be the best of friends because she has already turned my life around in such a short amount of time.